Welcome to the Frick Show.
Yes. Welcome to Free Advice Friday. I'm Mo. I'm here with Dr. Murphy, the coolest doc in town, the smartest man alive. And he's here to share his advice for free.
Give you your $5 later.
Yeah. Yeah, he does pay me to give him compliments. So, I'll put my Venmo on the bottom if you guys want me to give you a shout out.
We should have a GoFundMe page.
We should. Well, so here's what happens. Free Advice Friday. It's not necessarily advice. It's more general conversations. I actually picked a specific topic today.
Please tell me it's not COVID.
To share. Well, unfortunately. Now, it's COVID related. It's not totally about COVID. Okay? Is that going to be all right?
Sure.
Well, let's just see what happens. All right? So the title of this article is Battling the Quarantine 15. We've all heard about the Quarantine 15. They say experts fear COVID-19 weight gain could lead to health complications and weaken immune systems. I think this is an interesting thing. We've kind of talked about this plenty. We also do weight loss here at Joplin Urgent Care, if you don't know. But one of the things that we've talked about since the very beginning, kind of on the fringe, is the idea that most people in America are overweight or obese, and that's a problem because with it usually comes a lot of other comorbidities. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So specifically, they've talked about how, because all of you are also experiencing a pandemic, being home, a lot of people have gained weight.
Is that still going on?
I think so. I haven't gotten any alerts that said it's over now. They haven't sounded the alarms to say we can, get out of the house. So what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about just generally, how does weight gain weaken the immune system? How does being overweight weaken the immune system? What are some things that we can do? Should we be worried? Is 15 pounds that big a deal?
Well, when you look at weight, and they did this great study, and it was in this Journal of Nature, and I think we actually talked about it years ago when we started doing these dopey videos years ago.
You always got to trash our videos.
I don't know why people even watch these, but...
Well, good news for you. Not a huge amount of people do.
All right.
Just some really cool people. Really cool small group of people.
It was in this Journal of Nature. They did 600,000 people, and that's a large population. That's bigger than Kansas City, Missouri.
Good test audience.
Good test. And they looked at all-cause morbidity, and they came up with this unified number. And it pretty much said that every pound you're overweight takes about 1 month off your life.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, well, 15 pounds, man, that's a year. You're going to live a year, yes. So if you ask me, do I think it's significant? The answer is yes, I do. And, we talked in the past, too, about this other study that I kind of like. And I don't like mice studies where they use mice and laboratory rats and stuff like that. But this one was really kind of interesting. They took 2 laboratory mice. Actually, it was more than that, 2. There was a big population of them. One of them they let eat whatever they wanted. And they probably, put some stuff in it to make it eat more. And so the mice got real obese. And they lived a really short life. Well, the mice that they kept on a borderline, and I'm saying this is healthy or anything, but a borderline anorexic diet, lived twice as long. And I thought, this is really kind of interesting. And, of course, you can't compare mice to humans, like you can't really compare apples to oranges, but it's like, whoa, maybe there's something there that we need to look into. So you see that, and we all know that when you're overweight, you have a higher chance of blood pressure problems, which leads to, problems down the road, diabetes, joint replacements, blood clots, breathing issues, COVID-19. I mean, that's a big risk factor is being overweight when you get a COVID virus. I mean, they have problems with breathing, your immune system. So, yeah, I think being overweight does affect your immune system as well. And a lot of it is because you tend to teeter towards diabetics, and diabetics have a lot of problems with infections. The neutrophils, the white blood cells, don't work very well because of the obesity factor. There's a lot of inflammation that surrounds obesity. So, no, I think, while 15 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, in the overall scope of things, it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Well, yeah, and I think the big thing is, you hear a lot of people talking about like there are a lot of doctors that people have said they're woo-woo and, kind of crazy who were like, hey, one of the best things you can do is improve your immune system to prevent against things like this. You still might catch it. Nobody's saying you won't, but the likelihood of it being, end game for you if you were to get it is much lower. Again, not impossible. Would you agree?
I would.
But your body's ability to fight off things like this or prevent you from dying as a result of it.
Well, one of the interesting things, Michelle, was when these people were in the hospital and they were having pneumonia and they were overweight, COVID pneumonia, which is more the inflammation from the virus, and it actually was the virus. But they were laying them on their stomachs and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Who ever heard of that? Turn them over, lay them on their stomach to make them breathe better? And I sit there and start thinking about it. Well, my God, I mean, they're not having to lift up the weight on their stomach and their chest wall. Sense. Yeah, and I was just like, oh, this is kind of
put everybody in water tanks.
Yeah, or something. I mean, it was really interesting because when you're put on a respirator, a ventilator, I mean, your chances of getting off it really go down, and the complication rate goes way up.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So putting someone on a respirator is a huge decision.
It's a huge decision because what the understanding is, you're taking a chance because you can't clear your airway, and your chances of getting pneumonia and infection and strictures and other problems is, you get a bigger chance of getting blood clots in your legs. I mean, everything goes way up.
Yeah.
Right. So that's really bad. We don't like to do that. We like to keep people mobile, keep them off the ventilator as much as we can. So that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, I didn't.
It is.
I mean, that was actually a eye opener for me. I thought, I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Well, and it honestly too, I think it just goes back to a lot of things. If you have a healthy body, you are going to be able to move through life and handle whatever type of illness comes your way with a greater chance of survival. That's what I was trying to say.
Sure.
So I guess long story short is, if you haven't taken your health seriously and your weight seriously up till now, maybe now you should. And it's not just about COVID, but because COVID has shined such a light on, it just precautions that people should have probably already been taking anyway. It feels like a good time to say, hey, don't forget about the big one. Everybody wants to talk about the masks. Everybody wants to talk about gloves. Everybody wants to talk about social distancing. The best thing you could do for your health is have a good weight and get your body in check. And that is the first line of the defense. I think the other things are just layer.
They are, and I tell people this a lot because I see a lot of people for helping them lose weight and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're always like, well, I put this off because I had to do this,
always putting it off.
Yeah, and I always tell them this: why don't you take care of yourself first? Go take care of the rest of the world second.
Yeah, you can take care of everything else better.
We don't have to worry about you.
Yeah. Well, not to mention that, if you have all these things in your life that you have to do, you're going to need energy for that. And when you're overweight, I mean, I'm just here to tell you, we see it all the time. You don't have energy to do anything. You just, your energy is being exerted trying to move your body through space.
Hey, can I say something about masks?
I guess so.
You might have to edit this out.
Okay.
If you're a doctor and you think masks are doing any good, you're an idiot.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Only because you said it before.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if I said it before.
You said it before.
I got some old timers kicking in.
Yeah.
Or something.
And if you want to know why, we'll explain that on another video. Or you could just watch one of our other videos.
Yeah, watch one of our other videos.
But anyway.
Why they don't work.
Keep your space though. Social distancing.
Social distancing does work. I went to
washing your hands like crazy.
I went to a local store. Begins with an H, second syllable a D, to pick up some stuff I ordered
today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want to hear about their sanitizer for their shopping carts? This is no bull. They had a pump sprayer in the front lobby, and they were pumping it up, and they were hosing off the carts. I'm like, what the hell's in there? Water? I mean, I didn't smell any bleach or anything like that. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And people are believing this?
Did I tell you?
And now you're going to put your hands on the cart, and you're going to adjust your mask. Oh, this is working great.
Did I tell you?
Oh, then they make you wear a mask. They make you wear a mask before you go in there. Attention, all customers, you got to wear a mask. That's right before you touch the cart, but we can spray it with water that's contaminated with everything else.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm done. I'm done with COVID.
Did I tell you my Sam's Club story?
No.
Okay, so I went to Sam's Club.
This is now turning into trash talk.
This is a long video. It's all right. So the other day I went to Sam's Club and I was walking in. I was in a real good mood, thank God. I was walking in and I went to get those Purell wipes because I was just going to wipe down. And I had on
They were out probably.
Yeah, they were out.
They always are every time I go there. Whoa, when that machine busted down, I think somebody stole the hand sanitizer on it.
No, for real. So anyway, Dave was showing the person our Sam's Club membership, and I walked over to get the wipes. And literally, this is how I said it. And I said it real quiet. I went, oh, dang, they don't have any of the wipes. That's literally, I wasn't saying it to the guy. I was just kind of saying it under my breath. The guy looked at me, and because I turned around after I said it, the guy standing at the door looked at me and said, those carts have been cleaned 3 times. Jesus. I was like, oh my God. And then I sit there and had thought to myself, this man has probably been...
You're in charge of sanitation at Sam's.
He was in charge of sanitation.
Well, I bet you work in the ORs at the local hospitals,
too. Oh my God,
too.
so funny.
Did you wave the UV wand over him?
It's like, you can just tell this guy has probably been harassed by people all day. And he was ready for me to fight him. I wasn't going to fight him.
Surprised he'd have a couple shot pounds on his back.
He's like, get out! Get out! It was so funny. I was like, man, everybody is so on edge.
They're wound up,
You can't even comment.
No, you can't.
It was funny. Jesus is what he said. And I was like, oh my God. And I just started busting up.
See, if he would have said Jesus, I would have turned around and said, yes, my son.
Where is he?
Where do you want my son?
Well, what I should have said is, it feels like he's coming. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's on his way.
He's on his way.
He's on the way.
If he's not on his way, then man, I'd hate to see what happens when he does.
Oh my God.
Anyway, really funny. But long story short, try to get your health in order. If you want to lose some weight, let us know. If you don't need our help, then do it anyway. Do it for yourself.
If you have some questions about weight loss and stuff, text Mo.
Yeah, let me know.
Yep.
417-782-4300. I think that's everything. What do you think?
I think it's good.
We did a long video. We hope you enjoyed the last part. If you did, whatever.
We
thought
it was funny.
We thought it was worth.
Yeah, we don't really care what you think.
Yeah.
At least I don't.
Yeah. And I guess have a great weekend. And
have a great Friday.
Monday for Mythbuster Monday.